Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome to what should be the last episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. When we last left off, we deleted Monica, and we assumed that we were going to get a good ending. We ended up getting a bad ending because Sayori became self-aware, and so in a way to save everybody, Monica deleted the whole game, so I had to reinstall. This time we are going to try for the good ending. And I've already taken care of a good chunk of this off-screen. So as you see, I have a bunch of save files here. Now, the whole thing, supposedly, to get the good ending, you have to unlock every single CG cutscene with all of the members of the Literature Club, getting all of Sayori's, all of Natsuki's, and all of Yuri's, as well as the last one with Monica. So what I did with that was I made sure to save at the very first poem, and then depending on which, and then played around with the words, and whichever one I got, I saved that and focused exclusively on getting the cutscenes for that character, and then saved right before Sayori's, ending. So that way, I could just move on to the next one, because I think that the files do in fact save even after everything goes to hell in a handbasket. There's only one other thing I have to get in terms of that ending, because I've already gotten all the ones for Sayori. The one where you're buttoning up her shirt and she's like, my boobs got bigger. And the one where she hits her head, gets a goose egg, and you have to put apple juice on her head, because that's normal. Got all the ones with Natsuki, we're reading the manga on the floor and in the and getting the manga from the shelf. And I have all, and as well as the baking scene. And I got the, all the stuff with Yuri, where we're reading the book together, the Portrait of Markov, and the one where we're reading on the floor, and for some reason my character sticks a chocolate in her mouth, because that's normal. But I just have one more that I need to unlock with Yuri, and that is the little scene where she's at our house helping us decorate for the festival. So we're going to go through that, and I'm going to see if I can go back and do some of the cutscenes that I missed last time, because I skipped through a lot. But hopefully, with the end of all this, we can finally be done with Doki Doki Literature Club and get the best ending. Also, I do know that there is another ending where if you delete Monica, right off the bat before even playing a new game, you get a really short and weird ending where Sayori is self-aware, freaks out, closes the game, then you open it up and she's dead again and everything's deleted, so I don't see a reason to bother getting that ending, but that's an ending as well. Anyway, how about we actually go on this little date with Yuri? Because she's kind of been waiting for us for a while. Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry, I wasn't home yet. Oh, sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Oh, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. Probably because you don't text much, because you're very introverted, I guess. Which is surprising. I usually am more comfortable texting half the time than talking to people, so you think texting would be easier for her. But I digress. Should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. I'm surprised you would do it in your room. You'd think you'd be more comfortable doing it in the dining room, because the first time you have a girl over and you take her straight to your bedroom? Just saying. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. I probably should clean my own room at some point. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, Don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Is that where you keep your porn? Your hentai? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. Hey, she might be into that, who knows? I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap as if making sure she'd keep track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place, although many will stop by just out of curiosity, and for cupcakes, I guess. I want a cupcake now. Wait, I have one downstairs, I can get that later. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. Well, that's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's sometimes like that. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Oh, does she have incense in there? I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. Ooh, that sounds really nice, actually. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's in the wooden thing, though? Oh, this. It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. I have a scented candle. It smells like chocolate. Does that count? Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. So I guess she likes some bit of romance novels along with her horror, I guess. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Kind of like the Disney princess. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Oh, are we gonna do origami? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. Aww. Too bad. I don't know, entire wall full of paper cranes? That'd be kind of pretty. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Ooh, that actually sounds really cool. You just see like this, string of ribbons and it's just got all these words on it. That sounds really nice. You're very creative, Yuri. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative, yeah. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? I suppose I do get a little tense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. She always looks like she has red cheeks. What are you talking about? Half the time you can't see it because she's covering up with those giant bangs. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? It's the jasmine. Or maybe it's the excitement she feels for sharing something that she enjoys. Or the jasmine. Here's a marker, Star. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Oh, okay. That's normal. Well, considering what we saw of her last time, we do know she has a thing for knives. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. I mean, you know, what you were about to find in my drawer the other hour or what so. Don't look in there again, please. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright, the thing is I'm kind of into knives. Yeah, we learned that last time. You also seem to have a self-harming problem. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. Okay, yes I am, but still. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. Hey, everybody's got their thing, I guess. The only problem is that, again, you self-harm with it. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool-looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? At the knife store, no. Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Star, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. Well, you mean it's a good knife then? If you can cut yourself with it just touching it, then you know it's a good knife. I barely touched it at all. Then it's a good knife. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp, now you tell me. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Hopefully you don't faint at the sight of it. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Also, let's hope you're not anemic, just saying. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. And then she spins. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Ew. I mean, it's one thing when you get a wound and you're just like, ah. But when somebody else does that, it's like, ew. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Ew. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. Oh, trust me, you get more embarrassing later on. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yeah, we'll go with that. Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Ew! I mean, it was weird enough that she did it, but 2 wrongs don't make a right. Star, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Yeah, that's what friends do, right? I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. Now if it would rain, then it would be heavy rain. You're so weird, Star. Don't I know it? Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird, says the girl who's, constantly saying she's weird. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Your magic spit healed it. You must be Steven Universe. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. Wow, you clot fast. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Why couldn't she have used scissors? I mean, if the paper is, very light and delicate and such, I would assume that scissors would work just as fine. But you can also cut yourself on scissors too, so... Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. Actually, another little thought I could have had with that. It's like, not just the words on the ribbons, but maybe put little snowflakes or some kind of little paper design on the ribbons, just to break it up a little. I think that would be pretty too. No? It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Oh, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. That really does sound like a good idea, though. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of waters. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you feel the cup's too much, it will become too diluted. Fair enough. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. Yeah, those little cups are really handy. We have a bunch of them in our house, too. I mean, you could use them, for water if you're brushing your teeth or something, but also if you need to take some medication or something, just a little cup of water will do you. Yeah, they're pretty useful. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Good idea. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Oh dear. Were you self-harming? I'm assuming you were self-harming. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Your sleeve might be too, I don't know. I can't really tell, it's behind your back. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ooh, that does sound nice. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Fair enough. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, usually I don't even want to. Same. I am perfectly fine just, staying indoors. Like, I don't need to go crazy and go out at clubs or to the movies or something. You give me some video games and take order pizza and I'm good. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Yeah, that too. It's like, don't need a huge group of friends. Just some good, close, intimate ones. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter that we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer, yeah. I mean, I still need my alone time, but, being with people is nice too. Just not a huge group of people you don't know. That gets a little overwhelming. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? I don't know. A puppy would be good too. I mean, give me a room full of puppies, I'm happy. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Oops, am I gonna have to get apple juice for your head too? Kya! Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Oh, it's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Yeah, that doesn't look sensual in the slightest. Is something wrong? It's hot, I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrists. Wait. Just for a little longer. Okay, it feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. You have pretty purple eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Sure, we'll go with that. Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Probably a good thing. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. Yeah, I don't want it to be, ruined. Also, I'm assuming you're going to need multiple colors if you're going through multiple patterns. Just saying. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we could have a little extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. Who are you worried about? Because I know that, with Natsuki, her kind of thing is that she's got an abusive father. So I could understand her having to rush home. Not sure about Yuri. Most I see of her is that she's, a self-harbor. And then obviously Sayori has depression. And Monica, well, we know what Monica's problem is. I was hoping there'd be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. I keep getting confused on the English. It's like, read, Star, read! And the important thing is that we got everything we're done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out at the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets, and then she spins. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. But wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forget you don't like going out much. We could, Netflix and not chill. Because I think it's a little early for that. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Star. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Whoa, too close. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Back it up, lady. I'll see plenty of you in a bit. But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori. Ah! Hi, Star. Sayori. Just now, we totally weren't about to make out or anything. It's okay, Star. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Alright, so let me just skip a little bit. And then I will do the I love you again. Skip over to that. And save. Alright, so now that we have, hopefully, everything unlocked, we got all three of Sayori's pictures, which was, the fixing her blouse, the apple juice, and her hug. Got all of Natsuki's, which was, sitting, reading the manga, getting it out of the closet, and the baking scene. And now we got all of Yuri's, which is reading the book, eating the chocolate on the floor, and now the towel scene, which we just saw. The only one left to get then is Monica's, which means I gotta go through all that horrible stuff again, like seeing Sayori's ending, seeing Yuri's ending, and basically getting back to just Monica. And then deleting her again, and then starting up a new game and seeing what happens. So, expect a bit of editing for this one. I'm going to be skipping around a lot, trying to get what I can out of it, see what I missed, and hopefully we will be done very, very